Well, my name is Kina Wong, and I grew up here pretty much for about 40 years. And I started open this grocery store in 2009. I think that's when 2009. It was a hard work. Hard work. I didn't know what I get myself into though. Beginning, it was a struggle. It's very, very hard. You know, to build client, it takes time. And especially when you don't know what you're doing, you know, you learn as you go along. Very hard. The first 3 years, the hardest part. But I remember the score people, when I went there to get help, they tell me if you can hang there for the first 5 years, if you can hang in there, you will be very successful. So I remember his word, you know, and they're very, very helpful, the score. So if you need any kind of help, that's where you should go for business. They're just volunteer retirement people, and I'm thankful that they're there for us to guide us when we needed them. Yes and a no, I guess, you know. It is like certain nationality is not like a lot, but there's certain nationality is a lot. So you just have to find that field. For me, it's a learning process when I'm doing this, because if there's certain product or certain nationality that's not really there to support, I have to find a way to do a different things. That you can't stick for one nationality to come in to support you. You just have to find which one fits for your business, what's work. So I always try new things all the time. You know, you have to play, it's like a game. A business is like a game. You just have to experience it and learn from it, from your mistake. It's always learning process. That's what I would say. Why? I don't know. I just do it because I saw somebody else do it. I thought, well, you know, I wasn't thinking at all. I just do it. I don't know, maybe something that I can learn from it, and I think that I can do it. I guess I have confidence that, you know, I know about Asian food a little bit, but not a lot. And I was like, well, we only have two international, but one bigger one, they've been there for a long time. And so I was the third one, so that's make it harder for me. You know, it's a challenge. You know, it's really challenging. So it's like, okay, you know what? I want to be different. You know, so I want a diversity. I want a different nationality. I always keep changing when things not working. I keep changing till it works for me. You know, so that's why I'm growing, as you can see. Well, I do want to retire, but then I want, in my mind, I sort of want to grow some more to be better, you know, to have a better, like, clean environment, a better store, because this is a like old store, but I try to update my building. This is the old building, so I try to remodel to make this building a newer one. And keep changing it. I want to be very successful. That's my goal.
Hi, my name is Wei Wei Thalman. I'm the founder of Kota Botanics, a premium CBD wellness business headquartered in Fargo, North Dakota. I was originally born and raised in China, and met my husband, back then boyfriend, then in Beijing when he was teaching English. And that was 2004, and we started dating, eventually got engaged in 2008, and he convinced me to move to Fargo, which is his hometown, to start a family here. So that's how I ended up here. Kota Botanics was open for business on December 8th, 2019, just a little bit before the global pandemic happened. Even though there is a global pandemic, we were able to grow and thrive throughout the whole crisis, and now we are the largest premium CBD wellness business in North Dakota, and we have brick and mortar in Fargo, also a e-commerce store online, so people can order from other states such as California, Florida, Georgia. We have clients all over the place. I personally didn't feel like that because we started business from here. And then I've lived here as an immigrant. I moved to Fargo from Beijing, China in 2009, and I've lived here for more than 10 years. So I'm very familiar with the business climate and the community here. When we started our business here, it just felt like home. You know, even with the global pandemic, we still have returning customers and still keep supporting us. Fortunately, I did not feel discrimination or any sort of the other crisis the Asian business people have to deal with, such as in New York City or San Francisco, things like that. That's a great question because I personally benefit from using the CBD for managing my mental health. And I'm very passionate about wellness overall. I'm a cycling instructor at YMCA. I run every day and keep staying active because I believe health is a holistic thing, right? CBD is good for helping us managing stress, sleep, and pain. However, we still need to be careful about our diet, our stay active and drink tons of water. Just in general, I feel like, you know, if we do those things right and with a little bit help from CBD, which we are building the business here to supplement the best quality of CBD products to the people in this community, will help them get to a better place. So at the end of the day, the biggest award for us is to help someone find that right CBD that works for them to improve their physical and mental health. Absolutely. We hope to have another location in the near future. And also we hope to grow our own brand, Kota Botanics branded products, get more distributors in other states. And hopefully in the next 2 or 3 years, you will see Kota Botanics overseas, either in Europe or in Asia countries. So super excited about what this journey is going to bring us.
Between it, but I think for now. My name is Henry Tang. Came to Fargo 1989 as a refugee and then stay here since then. And yeah, I am. We opened in May 2019 and then COVID hit I think March 2020. So only a couple months, so we don't open a few months, but so far it's good. And then suddenly the COVID hit, and then things kind of stopped right there. Good things the landlord give us a little postpone the rent, so that's why we survive. I mean, we stay, otherwise we would be out by now. I think pho is relatively new to Fargo. I think some of the customers moved from out of state, so they already know what pho is and they come here. But the majority of Fargo is new. Some firefighter next door here, they just try it out and they become regular, so it's a good thing. So I haven't seen really pho restaurant in Fargo, North Dakota. When I go to other states like the cities or California or whatever, and pho is just so popular in those big cities. So I decided to, why not? It's a niche market, and then it's brand new, and then there's no competition here. And that's why I just go for it. Restaurant is it's a tough business. So my goal is right now is I can find somebody that's reliable and train how to do. It's very pho, isn't it, like a burger? Not like a burger. Just follow the recipe. I mean, and then the supplies already pre-made everything. But this one is just like a homemade from scratch. So right now I have to do everything by myself, and until I find somebody kind of solid in and then can replace me, so I can either expand or do a little bit bigger, you know.
My name is Natanai Nongnung, and then I was born and raised in Thailand. And then I moved to the US when I was 12, and I went to Apple Valley High School. And then after that, I enlisted in military for about 6 years. And then after that, I went to college at University of North Dakota and pursued a career in computer science, and I didn't quite like it. I like the business side of things better. So, and then that's how we got here today. I found myself something I enjoy doing, so I started up a restaurant.
My name is Aliyah Fedek. I grew up my entire life in Lignite, North Dakota. I came to Fargo to attend university at Minnesota State University Moorhead. I did a degree in business administration with an emphasis in international business. And now I'm completing my master's in business administration. We opened in January 11th of 2021. So just a little bit over a year now.
I would not say it's immediately successful, but I say it's immediately manageable. So it's like we have our own struggle up and down and throughout all the learning curve. And then, but if you look at a bigger picture over the years, I think we are successful in that first year of running a business.
Yeah, I think we were successful with the public, but like internally we're kind of managing a little bit more here and there.
I don't think so. You know, it's like Asian American culture has been growing so much throughout the years, and people are more aware of the cultural food industry, I would say. So I don't think it's really effective. If anything, is helping us out. Fargo is known for like 3 big colleges in town, so all this diversity is still coming into the restaurant.
Yeah, and I think people are willing to try everything at least once, so I think that helps too.
We both love boba tea, so at first we didn't know about sushi burrito yet. At first we're just gonna open a small boba shop where 2 of us can easily manage it, and I think boba tea become really like grow in popularity. So we thought about that, and Aliyah bring up a good point. It's like, why don't we sell food with the beverages? It's also a really good idea. Mm-hmm. And then she'll tell you more about.
And so we chose Sushi Burrito because we thought about what was located in Fargo. There's a lot of different like sushi restaurants in town, and so we wanted something that was a little bit different. And we knew about it's really popular in the West Coast for Sushi Burrito, and so we wanted to bring that to the Midwest and show people a new style of sushi.
Yeah, especially college students. Mm-hmm. It's like they like to just grab and go, right? So we aiming towards more like fast, casual kind of dining area. So you could sit down if you like to, or you want to grab and go really quickly. You could also do that as well.
Yep, it's like a nice, healthy, affordable option for college students or everyone in general. So,
for a business future goal, at this point, I think we're gonna do our best at the location we currently have. Mm-hmm. And as far as like expanding, that we are not quite sure yet. It depends on where we are in life. So we're basically, for the business itself, I think we're gonna do the best we can and bring out the best quality food we can.
Yeah, every day is a different day, so we just want to be happy with our decision in the future. So. Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Keng. I'm the owner of Drunken Noodle here in Fargo. I graduated from California, and I've been in Fargo for 15 years already. First, I came to school in NDSU for my graduate school in electrical engineering. Unfortunately, I didn't finish that program and start a business, and I've been busy with the business since 2005. That we opened the first Thai restaurant in the area, Thai Orchid. Drunken Noodle, we opened in 2009. At the beginning, it was in the previous location is on NP Avenue. I start with Drunken Noodle, and the space is very big, and we opened like wasabi sushi bar at the back of the restaurant. I think every country has something in common, and noodle is one of them. So I think every country has their own noodle. So I like that idea, and I want kind of fun and fast-paced restaurant and at a reasonable price. So Drunken Noodle kick off pretty good. Then a couple years later, I think 2018 or 19, that we start slurp operation in Drunken Noodle. That some part of the restaurant, but I want to brand it differently because in Asian culture we have kind of like different noodle, like the stir fry noodle and noodle soup. So I want to have both part in the restaurant, and we start slurp with small operation in the restaurant, and slurp took some time for the customer to know. We need to educate people a lot, to differentiate the ramen from the instant noodle that is the packet. Yeah. Overall, it's kind of like trendy, and we use the fresh ramen, and we make our own broth. So it takes time, and the soup in the Western culture, the soup is not like the main dish, but in Asian, the noodle soup is also the main dish. So I think it's still pretty new concepts for the area, like Fargo. Like I say, we have noodle is kind of like culture-wise. I think it's something that we can get people together, have something in common. And actually, my background is like I'm Thai, and then we have some Thai noodle soup. But people know more about ramen, and we kind of like infuse that one with Thai. So we have like a Thai noodle soup and ramen noodle soup. So it's kind of like unique combination in Drunken Noodle that different from other ramen shop. Yeah, the plan is like we have some staff that in the future they're gonna take over. So my idea is like we groom them and build a future for them. So myself, I'm getting older, and one day, this restaurant or other restaurant is gonna transfer to some of employees or manager that they can continue the business, but I'm gonna move to a different direction.
So my name is Hai, last name is Lei. That's why I've been to the state since I was 18 years old. So I've been probably here about 16 years, 17 years already. And this is pretty much like our first restaurant. It's kind of like a family business as well. So that's why everyone together, my parents in the kitchen and me and my brothers, we stand up in front to greet our customers and serve them. Before we opened this restaurant, we used to drive semi trucks for Food Service of America and Magnum, stuff like that. And way before that, I used to join the U.S. Army, served in the Army for 4 years at active duty. Went as on October 2019. When we first opened, and then at first it was kind of slow, but I think we picked up right at the COVID time. We thought that at COVID time was going to be a really, really hard time. We had to close for like 2 weeks because at first we were scared of virus and stuff like that too. So we opened again, but it's lucky that the customer they came in a lot. I think because of the other big restaurant they have to close down because of COVID, and we mainly pretty much for just like a fast food restaurant. So everything we prepare for to go ready. You know what I mean? And that's why more. I would say that at least it double and triple the customers came in at that time. Yeah, and from that time until now, then everyone keep coming because they said that our food, good and fresh and stuff like that, and then they like it and they keep coming back. Yeah, I think it does. At first we think when we opened this restaurant as well because of that, because we don't have a lot of Vietnamese restaurants around here. And before we opened, there's one of my friends they're about to close, the one they call Big Palace. That's why we thought that there's not a lot of Vietnamese food over here. That's why we thought about that. So we planned to open one of them over here in Fargo instead of if I go back to California, compared to the Fargo, we don't have a lot of competitors in our kind of food. That's why we opened this. In Vietnam, banh mi is like sandwiches. pretty much everyone like for I talk about like the middle class and the lower class, they eat that pretty much every day. Yeah, it's like in the morning they eat the sandwich, go to work, you know, which for me as well. Whenever I come back to Vietnam, whenever I go, but I usually eat at night. That means like you know, from in the morning until night, people eat sandwiches. Where we thought out of all kind of our food, you know, sandwiches is one of the easiest one to make. Not to make, but you know, for sale, for eat over here or take to go and stuff like that. We do have the future goal. That it's just my brother and I we thought about that. But it might be a bit hard to you know to complete that. You know, we do want to open another restaurant. You know, after maybe 2 or 3 restaurants. At first, right now, we just you know try to get this restaurant as best as could. You know, get more customer, regular customer, and if they like our food, you know, if we build more customers, we have more money, and then we open a restaurant, another one, and then after we open a couple of them, and then we want to open like a warehouse. That warehouse that you know can produce you know the food and the meat and stuff like that can distribute you know in the other restaurant and stuff like that. That's what our plan in the future.
Hi, my name is BJ Lama, and I'm from Kathmandu, Nepal. I've been here for about, I would say, 13 years now, and you know, being in Fargo is because I went to school at MSEM. I graduated with graphic communications and photography major, and that was in 2013. And after that, I've been working in restaurant field for so long, and you know, our partners and me, we've been friends for a long time, and we thought we should just open another restaurant where we can all collaborate and then, you know, see what we can do with the restaurant. So yeah, they actually opened this restaurant in 2016, but we, the new owners, took over March 1st of 2021. And it's the same chef, so we did not change. I mean, there's no change in taste at all. It's the same recipes. The only thing we changed is, you know, like we updated some of our decors and just basically the outlook of the restaurant, inside, outside, you know, yeah. Yes, when we first opened, I mean, it was during COVID, so previous owner didn't have much sales because the restaurant dining service was closed and we didn't have buffet. Now, as soon as we opened the buffet, it was a big success. Like, there was a lot of people, customers wanting to come and, you know, wanted to eat the buffet, because I think they all have been asking when we were closed about when the buffet was going to be open. So as soon as we opened the buffet, there was a lot of customers, and there were like a lot of new customers and they're old customers. So it seems like a lot of customers like us, and we really appreciate that. And we keep, you know, providing the great tasting food. So yeah, and it has actually put a positive impact on us to be motivated more, to do more for the restaurant, you know, and yeah, keep providing Fargo Moorhead the best Nepali and Indian cuisine. So this is a mix of Nepali and Indian food. We're from Nepal, so we have that. Plus India and Nepal, we have the same culture, tradition, the way the foods are pretty similar. Chef, on the other hand, has more than 10 years of experience working in this field. So he knows from top to bottom of, you know, like any food. So I think that's why we chose, because he has the confidence of that. And then we wanted to go with that confidence. And then, you know, keep doing the Indian recipe, foods, and cuisine. So right now we're just trying to maintain this. And then pretty soon we would like to open our another branch in various parts of Fargo Moorhead, and we want to keep going, expanding our business. And I mean, that's our future plan, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, for now we just want the business to grow and appreciate all the customers, and we want to keep providing the best food, you know, every day. And in future, we might have a few locations of Himalayan yak open. So we're looking forward to that.